Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, distinguished judges, honorable teachers, and my dear audiences. It has been truly a privilege to stand before you today. My name is Abeegael Artantheona, and today I will tell you a story that bridges time. A story about how the spirits of the past continues to guide the soul of the present. This is the story of Duplang's megalithic site, one of Indonesia's priceless cultural heritage. It is located in Kamal village, Ajasa district, Jember Regency. Nestled on the scenic slopes of Mount Argopuro. See, Duplang is not just some clusters of ancient stones. They are sacred witnesses, standing silently for thousands of years, yet speaking very loudly about our roots, our beliefs, and our humanity. The calm landscape, the forest that is surrounding the place, and the fresh mountain breeze, it gives us this place an atmosphere of peace and mystery, like nature itself is trying to protect the stories that were carved in stones many years ago. The story of Duplang stretches back into the early megalithic era, roughly 2,500 years ago, way back before the rise of the great kingdoms like Majapahit or Srivijaya. It is an era of great transformation, an era where our ancestors began to settle, farm the land, and build communities. But most importantly, they develop a deep spiritual understanding, and a belief that life continues even after death, and that the spirits of their ancestors continues to guide them and protect them. From the belief came the construction of massive stone monuments, as you can see. And not only it serves as a symbol of worship, but also as bridges between the living and the unseen worlds. Archaeologists have discovered more than 100 stone structures scattered across this Camel area, and each of them has their own purposes and meaning. For example, menhirs, tall standing stones that represent ancestral presence and respect, or dolmens, stone graves. They're used to bury the dead, the pottery, beads, and ornaments, showing their belief in an afterlife filled with beauty. And we have kenang stones, round top rocks used in rituals, very unique to Duplang, perhaps symbolizing status or maybe even spiritual purposes. And then we have dakon over there, round and rocks that were carved with holes used in rituals and offering. But you see, when we observe these stones in place, we realize that Duplang is not merely an archaeological site, but it is a living classroom. A living classroom where it teaches us that our ancestors, they were not primitive, but they were organized, very spiritual, and very wise. They understood the difference and balance between us, humans, and nature, the seen and the unseen worlds. The ritual represents harmony, spirituality, gratitude, and respect, the kind of values that continues to shape Indonesians' culture today. This place, or this site, was first discovered and first studied in the 1980s by archaeologists from Balai Arkeologi Yogyakarta. Since then, it has been recognized as one of Indonesia's priceless cultural and protected heritage. As of today, not only it serves as a historical monument, but also as a source of inspiration and education. A lot of students, teachers, researchers, and even travelers has come all this way to only reconnect with our nation's ancient identity. But of course, like many other cultural sites, Duplang faces challenges, time, erosions, and lack of awareness. But this is where our role begins. As the young generation of Indonesia, it is our duty to protect and to preserve this legacy, because when we lose a piece of our history, we lose a part of who we are. But you see, you must understand that culture is not just something old and forgotten. It is something that we always carry within us. Every song that we sing, every stories that we tell, and every tradition that we keep, they're bridges between our ancestors and our future. The stones of Duplang reminds us that even in silence, history speaks. And through us, the history continues to live. In a world that is moving faster every day, it is easy to forget where we come from. But the stones of Duplang stand still, whispering to us, remember your roots, honor your ancestors, protect your heritage. So, let us be proud of this priceless legacy. Let us protect it with the same devotion our ancestors showed in building it. Because by preserving the past, we're strengthening the foundation for the future. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Channel of UPA Bahasa Universitas Jember. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.